You really need to know this so you can do this. I've had a lot of messages pop in my DM about a particular healing tip that I shared last week. And the healing tip was all about emotional detachment, where I wrote about detaching yourself emotionally from anyone or anything physical in your life. In my post, I talked about it being the cause of your misery. So I just want to elaborate further on this concept and then tell you what you can do to explain what you can do to detach emotionally from your physical body, your physical mind, and your physical environment. Because when you do that, you will learn to master your energy to the point where nothing in your environment, nothing that anyone does, says, or thinks about you will trigger you. Because this is the main cause of all your misery, is because you get triggered by other people, you get triggered, emotionally triggered. And if you think that you don't, every time you go into a situation that triggers a past event where you have emotional attachment stored in your body in relation to that event, you will be triggered by what somebody does, by what somebody says, but even by how somebody looks at you. You will also be even triggered by the location, the energy that's around it, the feeling that you get when you are in a similar situation in which the original trauma was caused. So emotional detachment actually means to detach emotionally from a past event and from people that were in the original event, or from people that have a similar behavior, mindset, action, thought, or language that represents people from that original event. You learn to detach emotionally from that kind of physical people, objects, or environment. So, why do you do this? You do it so that you can learn to master your own energy. You can learn to master your own behavior. You can do this to master your own thoughts, to master your own emotions, so that you are the only one that's in control of how you behave, of how you act, of how you feel, and of what you think. Now, once you do this, once you start doing that, once you start detaching emotionally from anything physical that's in your life, you will notice that there is a more powerful part of you that will awaken and that will show up more often. And this powerful part of you is what is known as your soul. Now, right now at the moment, most of humanity are acting from a place where their mind and body are running the show, especially their mind. Spiritually, your mind is your consciousness. Spiritually, your mind is your conscious. And spiritually, your body is your subconscious mind. At the moment, for most of humanity, your body or your subconscious mind is running your life. Even though you don't know this, even though you don't think that this is happening, this is the case for most of humanity. Hence why there's so much chaos and drama in our world and in our societies. Because the subconscious mind, which lives in the past, your body, which lives in the past, is running the show. It's controlling your life. Now, once you start detaching emotionally from the physical things that are around you, from your physical body, and from your mind, from your conscious mind, then you will start allowing your soul to show up more often. And your soul is supposed to be the commander of your mind and body complex. Meaning your soul is supposed to be the one driving your vehicle, because your physical vessel, your physical body, is actually the vehicle for your soul to live a human experience here on earth, because that's why we're here. But at the moment, your soul is just dormant, laying dormant, waiting for you to awaken it. And you awaken it by becoming really aware of your behavior, your actions, and your thoughts. And you can become really aware of your behavior and actions and thoughts by detaching emotionally from the physical things that you love so dearly in your lives. And once you start detaching from the physical things that are in your life, so from your partner, children, parents, siblings, cars, houses, yachts, whatever that is for you, once you start emotionally detaching from those things, guess where all the energy that you take in off from your physical surroundings, physical people around you, and from the physical objects that are around you, guess where that energy is going to go to? It's going to go to your soul. It's going to go to yourself. It's going to go to your true potential. It's going to go to a higher version of you. And once you start focusing your energy on the higher version of you, then your higher version of you will start showing up. Now, a lot of people have misunderstood what I've actually talked about, because when I said that you emotionally detach from your children and from your partner and from your parents, what I mean by that is the emotions that you have attached to your children, to your partner, to your parents, to siblings, to the people that you love, that are dearly loved and are close to you, you have attached or given emotional attached to them based on the mindset, based on the beliefs, based on the experiences that you've created from your past, which are based on the mindset of lack, of scarcity, of fear, of loneliness, of blame, of guilt, of shame. So the emotional attachments that you have created towards these other people that are close to you have been based on your past experiences and the beliefs, thoughts, and emotions that you've created around those past experiences, which are basically aimed around the two deep core distortions that humans have in their lives, and that's the distortion or the limiting belief of lack, meaning that you lack something in your life, like you lack love, you lack companionship, you lack friendship, you lack company, and you lack money, you lack a house, you lack a job, you lack money, all those kind of thingies that you feel are really important to you. So when you develop an emotional attachment to the people that are around you, they're usually based on that kind of mindset, which is conditional and which will trigger you. Meaning that if they're not doing what you want them to do, if they're not doing what you think that they should do, if they are not doing how you want them to behave, then it's going to trigger you, and it's going to trigger those negative emotions that you've attached to them. But once you detach those emotions from that people, then you learn to love them unconditionally, meaning that no matter what they do, you're going to love them more and more and more and more, and you're not going to want to change them, and you're not going to want them to be who you want them to be, because they will just be themselves. So that's the main reason why you detach emotionally from the people that are close to you, so that you can learn to love them unconditionally, meaning that you will still love them no matter what they do to you, and you won't be triggered by their behaviours and what they say to you, what they think of you. And this relates to your children, your partner, your parent, your siblings, and to your workmates, because they're the ones that are closest to you, for most of us anyway. And so if you place conditions on them and they don't live up to your expectations, or they don't follow your conditions, then you're going to be triggered. And it's only because you have those emotional attachments towards them. Hence why it's really important to actually detach emotionally from them in a really healthy way, so you can learn to love them unconditionally. And when you love them unconditionally, you are loving them from the higher version of yourself. Because at the moment, if you have emotional attachments towards them right now, you are attaching your emotions towards them from the lower version of yourself. And the only way that your higher version will show up for you as you is to start detaching emotionally from physicality, from all your physical beliefs, emotions and thoughts that are around the people that are close to you, that are around the certain objects that you value. Because what you're doing is actually giving all your energy, you're giving all your value to those things instead of to yourself. And so if you flip it, if you turn it around, then when you give all that energy back to you, then you are choosing to be you, and you are choosing your higher self, a higher version of yourself, which can give more in a deeper and unconditional way to everyone else that's around you. So how do you do it? How do you detach emotionally from someone or something? Well, it's quite easy really. You have to choose to do that. Once you choose to detach emotionally from a person or an object, then it'll happen. It'll happen so quickly. So how do you do that? How do you choose to emotionally detach from someone or something? And please understand that you are not doing it to separate yourself from them. You are doing it so that you can love them from a place of unconditional love, instead of that conditional love that you are now giving them. So how do you do that? How do you detach? You choose to detach from that person or object by just saying, I choose to love that person unconditionally. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter who they are, I choose to love them unconditionally. And when you say that, you can say it out loud, or you can say it in your mind's eye. You are given a command to your body to create different chemical reactions in your body to action that choice. Now, whether you believe this happens or not is irrelevant, because you are not here to believe anything at all, because you already do that. What you're here to do is remember that you can do that. And once you start doing that, once you start making that choice to love something unconditionally, to love somebody unconditionally, then you are activating the higher version of you to help you do that and to help put that in place in your life. It is that easy to change your life, and it is that easy to heal yourself. All right, so if there are any questions about this, and if you want to know more, then let me know and I will get back to you. I promise. Thanks. Bye, guys.